As the world's tallest mountain, Mount Everest is meant to inspire awe, not fear. Yet despite the towering presence of ice and rock, it is the most conquered of all the 7 summits. Today, more and more people attempt to climb it, well equipped with cutting-edge gear, satellite tracking, and the most stringent permit rules in the world. But still, in 2025, the world's tallest mountain claimed 5 lives. So why are people still dying on Mount Everest? But the reasons behind their deaths remain shockingly familiar. Philipp Santiago, a respected Swiss mountaineer, was found lifeless near Camp 4, exhausted, alone. Add Sherpas, guides, and support crew, and you've got over 1,000 people on the mountain. That creates bottlenecks, especially in dangerous places like the Hillary Step just below the summit. Climbers get stuck in lines. Oxygen runs low. Weather shifts suddenly. Even a 30-minute delay at that altitude can be lethal. As climbers ascend rapidly through different camps, some succumb to altitude sickness, which can be fatal if not addressed promptly. Proper acclimatization is crucial, but the allure of reaching the summit can cause some to rush the process. These chambers allow climbers to simulate altitude to prepare their bodies at home, but the benefits might be overstated. While they can build some level of fitness, they cannot fully replicate the effects of altitude. Some climbers still rely on shortcuts like taking acetazolamide pills, commonly known as altitude or Diamox pills. These pills can prevent altitude sickness by increasing the amount of oxygen in the blood, but they're not a substitute for proper Others, including Sherpas fixing ropes in April, also paid the ultimate price. These aren't inexperienced tourists. So what exactly went wrong? But gear can fail and technology can be wrong. This increases the risk, but many argue it provides a more authentic experience. Those who cut corners with inexperienced guides or inadequate equipment put themselves at greater risk. Their role is indispensable, guiding, assisting, and carrying heavy loads. New challenges arise each year, demanding adaptability and quick thinking. You can prepare, plan, and train, but luck plays a part too. The infamous death zone above 8,000 meters is a harsh reminder of the mountain's power. Ye survive it? Here the air is thin and the environment hostile. Every step is a battle against altitude, cold, and exhaustion. Sherpas like Ming Madorj, a veteran climber who holds multiple records. He summited Everest record 27 times. Their knowledge of the mountain is invaluable, yet their work often goes unnoticed. Let us know, would you ever dare to climb Everest? Thank you for watching. Reaching the summit is one thing, but descending can be equally perilous. He was declared dead and left on the mountain only to wake up hours later. Some seek personal challenges, others, spiritual enlightenment. For some, it's a bucket list adventure, but all are united by the mountain's allure. Miraculously, he survived the night in the death zone. The risk of falls, altitude, sickness, and exhaustion lingers. It's a fine line between triumph and tragedy. Some climbers even choose to climb without bottled oxygen during the day to save weight. It draws adventurers, scientists, and dreamers alike. For glory, for challenge, for a dream that has claimed over 330 lives. But what drives you? What makes you want to take on the impossible? Do you love the idea of pushing yourself to the limits? Do you crave the challenge of overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds? Or maybe you're driven by a desire to prove yourself or others wrong. Whatever your motivation, one thing is certain. Life is inherently risky. There's no sense in waiting for the perfect time to chase your dreams. Why wait to start living the life you've always wanted? Many climbers have trained for years to stand on Everest summit. Years of physical and mental preparation culminate in this moment. It's not just a hike, it's a test of human endurance and willpower. You can't always predict when bad weather will strike. Avalanches will occur, or climbers will fall ill. Climbers invest significant time and resources into their expeditions. For many, it's the adventure of a lifetime. Then use supplemental oxygen at night when temperatures drop and the risk of altitude sickness increases. But Everest weather is brutal and unpredictable. In 2025, 2 Sherpas died early in the season while fixing ropes through the Khumbu ice. These are the true heroes of Everest. They climb it multiple times each season, risking their lives so others can reach the summit. Their sacrifices are often silent, but without them, no one climbs Everest. Sudden high winds, whiteouts, and extreme cold have trapped many in past years. On April 16, 2025, during the initial trek to base camp, a group of 19 foreign trekkers were caught in an avalanche on the HA's popular route. 4 lost their lives. Each year, news outlets cover the daring feats and tragic losses on Everest during climbing season. But during the off-season, these stories fade away until the next season begins and the cycle repeats itself. Climbers might underestimate the risks or believe that previous attempts prove their ability to succeed. But Everest is unforgiving. One slip can change everything. This tragedy happened despite warnings from local guides and officials about the unstable terrain due to the earthquake. This year, some didn't make it back in time. Even the best forecasts can't guarantee survival. I'm a professional photographer based in Hong Kong and Nepal. I've summited Mount Everest 3 times and spent a total of 14 months on the mountain. My first book, No Man's Land, is about my experiences filming a TV documentary on Everest. My second book, Beyond the Limits, documents the incredible journey of Pasing Lamu Sherpa, Akita, who became the first woman to climb Everest without supplemental oxygen. Together with my local Sherpa team, we have rescued over 250 climbers stranded on Everest since 2017. We do this because Everest is sacred to us, and it's our responsibility to help those in need when they call out for help. This isn't just a story of thin air and bad weather. It's a chilling look at how ambition, crowding, and unpredictability are still proving fatal. So let's explore why the world's tallest peak continues to claim lives despite all the precautions. For good reason, your brain slows down, your body begins shutting down, decision-making becomes dangerous. Even with oxygen tanks and guides, your body can't survive here for long. In 2025, climbers still underestimate this invisible killer. And Everest doesn't forgive mistakes. Above 8,000 meters, the air holds just a third of the oxygen we need. It's called the death zone. This is the death zone in 2025. 5 people have died on Everest in 2025. That is fewer than in 2023 and 2024. Subrata Ghosh, an experienced Indian climber, summited after midnight. He never made it back. Well, for starters, there are a lot of people up there. Nepal issued over 450 permits this season. The 2025 season saw a narrow summit window, just a few clear days in mid-May. Climbers rushed to the top. Not all deaths make global headlines. Some climbers die before they even reach the main event. Then there's altitude sickness. But the biggest threat might be complacency. One of the biggest changes introduced this year was the use of Zen on pre-acclimatization chambers. Still, technology does offer some advantages. Modern equipment can enhance safety. Advanced weather forecasting helps predict conditions. Some people still climb without supplemental oxygen. There are over 100 operators offering Everest expeditions. Some are reputable, others less so. Choosing the right operator is crucial. Even with all the preparation and precautions, nature is the ultimate boss on Everest. So why do they still climb? Commercialization has made Everest more accessible, but it's far from easy. Costs, permits, and logistics are complex. And let's not forget despite all the advances, Everest remains wild. Avalanches, ice falls, and crevasses pose constant threats. Everest is a gamble. Some climbers push through, but many turn back. When you face such challenges, you begin to understand the mountain's magnitude. It's humbling. You realize you're not conquering Everest. The deadliest year was 1996, with 15 deaths, but each year brings its own challenges. Remember the story of Beck Weathers. Each person has a different story, a different reason for attempting Everest. Before the first ascent in 1953, explorers debated whether it could be done. Now, thousands have summited, yet Everest continues to fascinate. Yes, people still die on Mount Everest today because it doesn't care about your plans, your equipment, or your determination. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Mindblow, bringing you untold stories from the top of the world.